Hello, everybody. So, my name is La Pretty. I know my YouTube channel is called Let's Talk with La Precious. And yes, it is me. I'm still the same person. But I want to introduce myself as somebody who is the Dominican Voodoo Spiritualist, known as La Pretty, that is outside of YouTube. So, here we go. Hey everybody, so my name is Pretty and I am the Dominican Voodoo Spiritualist, which means that I am a spiritual advisor. You guys know here on my YouTube page, I do give advice on spirituality. I do tarot card readings, oracle readings. I talk about the Orishas and the Lawas. But to those of you who know and don't know, I am about this life and I do live this life, and this is what I do for real. So, quick little backstory on me. I am initiated in the 21 divisions known as Dominican Voodoo, which means I am initiated in a religion known as the 21 divisions, 21 divisiones, Dominican Voodoo, which means it is voodoo from the island of the Dominican Republic. I know a lot of people get confused when it comes to voodoo. A lot of people think that voodoo only comes from either Haiti or New Orleans and Louisiana, but voodoo is a very broad religion. Voodoo originated in Benin, which is a small country in Africa, and during the transatlantic slave trade, it came over to the Caribbean islands as well as Southeast United States. You not only have voodoo in the Dominican Republic, in Haiti, and in New Orleans, but you also have voodoo in Puerto Rico. Voodoo that is in these different islands and different states has different names. You have voodoo or vodun that is practiced in the country of Benin, which is a small country in Africa. Then you have Haitian voodoo, which is voodoo that is practiced in the island of Haiti. You have Dominican voodoo, which is the 21 divisions, which is practiced in the Dominican Republic. Then you have Sanse, which is voodoo, which is practiced in Puerto Rico. Then you have New Orleans voodoo, which is voodoo that is practiced in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, hoodoo, hoodoo is a whole nother ball game. Some people think that hoodoo and voodoo are one and the same, and they're not. Hoodoo, in my opinion, and this is how I interpret it based off of learning about it and practicing it a little bit, hoodoo is pretty much Southeast United States African American folk religion. And when you practice it and when you dibble and dabble in it, and I'm not saying dibble and dabble in it if you're not African American, but when you start to learn about hoodoo and when you start practicing some of the hoodoo traditions, you'll start to see remnants of regular the old shop, and you will see remnants of voodoo, because the thing is that, and I'm not going to talk about this long, but the main reason why hoodoo is like a remnant of voodoo and regular the old shop, or well, I'll just say regular the old shop or lukumi or santeria, and it's a remnant of voodoo, is because in Southeast United States during slavery, the slaves didn't have time and were not given time to practice their traditional religions that they were born into in Africa. They were not given time to savor or save their languages, their traditions, their attires, foods, and things like that. Unlike in the Caribbean, when they came here to Southeast United States, they had to automatically assimilate to the ways of their slave masters on the plantation. But in the Caribbean and in Latin America, the slaves over there, they were allowed to practice their beliefs and traditions and culture a little bit longer before they eventually had to assimilate to their slave owners or colonizers. But that's that. Now, I'm also initiated in the religion of Regulated Orshab, Lukumi, or Santeria. Now, I know there is a big, huge debate on the internet about the term initiated and what it means, and how people think that the only way you could be initiated in the 21 divisions is by being baptized, and the only way to be initiated in Santeria, Regulated Orshab, Lukumi is by you being crowned. Now, with regular Osha or with Lukumi or with Santeria, you can be initiated without being crowned. The whole purpose of you being crowned is if the Orishas have called for you to be crowned, because that's what they want for you. And when you're crowned in Santeria, Regular or Shalukumi, that means that you are a Santero or a Santera, or a priest or a priestess. And if the Orishas want that for you, then that's what you should do. People want to bully people and push people and pressure people into getting that role and title, not understanding the ramifications or the responsibilities that come with being a crowned person in Santeria, Regular or Lukumi. I myself am initiated, but I am not crowned. I have my elekes, I have my warriors, and I have my hand of Ifa. But does that mean I'm not initiated? No, it does not. It means that I am initiated, but it just means that I have not been crowned. And in due time, because I check in with my Orishas, I have my sources that gear me up and that train me and that help me in Relado, Shalukumi, Santeria. And I've been given the word by the Orishas that they want me to be crowned. So in due time, when it's time for me to get crowned, then I will be crowned. But I will explain to you what all I can do in the Santeria department for clients, because I know even customers sometimes have questions. They hear a lot of different things from a lot of different people about it. And sometimes they're kind of iffy and weary about booking with people who work with the Orishas that are not crowned. So once again, I am not crowned, but I am still initiated, because when you receive your elekes, that's an initiatory ceremony. When you receive your hand of Ifa, that is an initiatory ceremony. When you receive your warriors, that is an initiatory ceremony. It may not be a crowning, but you're still in. Now, when it comes to my role and what I could do for people in the Santeria department, is I can read you, but I can read you with tarot and oracle, and I can do spiritual work for you. Now, doing the as far as me doing the Erin de Lagoon, which is the reading using the cowrie shells, I cannot do that because I am not a high priestess. Because when it comes to the Relador Shalukumi Santeria tradition, as far as the different divination systems, the Erin de Lagoon reading that requires you to read with the cowrie shells, I cannot do that type of reading because I am not a high priestess. So, in the Santeria Regulador Shalukumi, I can do oracle readings and tarot card readings and work with the Orishas. If you would like for me to work with the Orishas on your behalf, I can do those things. Now, I know a lot of people got issues even with you doing work with the Orishas, but I'm not going to give any secrets. I'm not going to give any details, because I would have to tell stuff that's not meant for non initiates to know about that. But when you know, you just know. Me being an initiate, which means me being in the Santeria Lukumi tradition, I know what I can do with the Orishas on the behalf of others versus what I cannot do with the Orishas on the behalf of others, because I'm just an initiate and not a high priestess. Now, moving over to the 21 divisions or 21 divisiones. In the 21 divisions sector, I am a servidora, which means that I receive my refresco. I am a servant of the mysterios, or a servant of the spirits, which means that I can read and I can do spiritual work with the mysterios. But once again, there's limitations as to how much work I can do and the type of work that I can do, because I'm not a mambo. A mambo or hugan in the 21 divisions is a priestess and high priest. Now, I can read you. In the 21 divisions, we read people with the cards known as the Baraja Española. The Baraja Española cards are very old, very traditional Spanish cards. And those cards are not that easy to read, and you have to be a gifted and skilled person to know how to read those. And I'm not even gonna give you the secrets about that type of deck or whatever. So if you want to go out and buy that deck because I said it and I told you what it was, go right ahead. But if it don't work, don't blame me. So with the 21 divisions, traditionally we use the Baraja Española tarot cards. But the thing is with those And this is just me and my knowledge and from my experience. For those cards to have power, you have to receive those. You have to receive those during your initiatory ceremony, because I received mine when I had my refresco. I got my panuelos, I got my bell, and I got my cards. When you receive cards in an initiatory ceremony, your cards have the foresight or the force of the 21 divisions or of the mysterios or of the spirits. So your cards have power. So like I said, y'all can take my word and go on Amazon or wherever and buy those cards and be like, ooh, I'm reading you with the mysterios. It's not gonna have the same power like mine will. Because I received mine in an initiatory ceremony. So mine have power when it comes to the ones that I use. Those are the cards that we traditionally use, but of course, you have people who use other types of tarot, to each its own. But me as a servidora, I can read people with the Baraja Española. I can consult with the Misterios, because since I have received my refrescos, they are in my head. When you have your refresco done in the 21 divisions, your head is opened up to the Misterios, which means that you can hear them, you can see them, you can visualize them, and they alert you about everything that's going on. And the beautiful thing about the Mysterios is that they not only speak to you during consultations, but they speak to you throughout life as well. So those are my gifts, that's my ability, and that's what I can do. My price range for readings, it ranges from $50 and up. My price range for my spiritual work, it ranges from $55 and up. But when I do spiritual work with spirits, whether those be with the Mysterios or with the Orishas, it starts at $100 and up. So those are my prices, and that is my price range. If you guys are interested in booking with me, feel free to text me at the number that I have put in my description box, because that is my business number. So feel free to text first and say, hey, my name is such and such. I saw your video on YouTube, and I would like a reading, or I would like some spiritual work, so let me know. Now, I will say, if you have a sticky situation going on where you may need love work done, or you may need revenge work or any type of work done, because I am a left-handed and a right-handed person. I work with good and evil, evil and bad. Well, good and bad, light and dark. I work with both elements. So I'm not just a goody spiritualist. I work with good and bad energy. Um, if you want me to do certain type of work, well, really any work, I'm gonna have to do a consultation on it, because in spirituality, you have to make sure you know what you're doing, and you have to make sure that you hit the right person, that you get the right person. If not, it can not only have ramifications on you, but it can have ramifications on me, and I don't want that. So if you are interested in booking with me, feel free to book with me through the number. Feel free to leave positive comments in the comments section. Feel free to, message me here or comment under this video any questions or inquiries you may have, and have a good day.